Hello everybody, it's me, Diamond here today, back with another video for you guys. And tonight I was about to fix my dinner and I was like, I really want something different. I want to make something I've never tried before and I want to experiment and try a new recipe. So tonight I will be doing that on camera for you guys and teaching you my ways as I go along. So tonight we're making salmon lasagna rolls, and those are very different because it's like salmon lasagna with the cream sauce with cheese on top, baked in the oven. It's just gonna be delicious. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, of course, I have my water already boiling. I have my water boiling and it's heavily salted because that's what makes the pasta taste the best. I'm gonna enter my lasagna noodles into there. I'm probably gonna do about half of this package of noodles. This much noodles into the water. So those noodles are in there waiting to drop down, and so let's get started on the sauce. So I have this pot heating. I'm gonna add butter, and this is the Alfredo sauce that I'm using as my base, but of course you guys know I'm gonna use garlic and the butter to get this started out so it can have a really garlicky flavor. So this garlic from Trader Joe's is really helpful, and it comes in like pre-packaged. I'm probably gonna use about this much garlic. All right, so into our pan, we're gonna go in with a good amount of butter. Today I'm using this unsalted butter. Using about this much butter, and that's going in our pot. Gonna let that melt down, and then we're gonna add in our garlic. I'm using about a good tablespoon of minced garlic in there, and we're gonna let that cook down and do its thing. Also, I need to mention that I'm on a medium to high heat right now. Once this garlic has started to come down and simmer, I'm adding the garlic. Get every last drop, and the smells are coming through right now. Also, if you haven't, preheat your oven to 350 because that's what we're gonna need in a few minutes. So I'm getting all of that garlic out of there, and I'm simmering. I'm gonna let this saute, not burn. Okay, we got that doing good. I'm gonna remove from heat just so I have some time to work on my salmon. So this is the salmon I'm using today. Cut that open, free it, and it does have a skin to it, so I'm going to have to tend to that. Okay, so highly recommend you guys to buy salmon that is already skinless, because removing that skin was really something else, and I failed at it because none of my knives are sharp enough to do it, but we're still here. So let's get into seasoning this bad boy. So to season, I'm going to be using Old Bay, garlic powder, and onion powder. Would not recommend using a heavy all-purpose seasoning such as like Sazon or whatever, because while it does have salt, I feel like it'll also take over the flavor of the salmon. So we want the salmon to be able to speak for itself, and I'm out of Old Bay, so that's great. We want the salmon to have its own flavor and not taste like, you know how Sazon tastes like everything. Cracking a little bit of salt on there. The sauce is also gonna have salt in it, so I'm not gonna do too much. And then it's ready to go into the pan. And the noodles look ready enough to get taken off, so I'm about to drain those. Unfortunately, my salmon is kind of tearing up on me, which is, unfortunate because it looks ugly, but it's gonna taste good. So just trust the process. This salmon is really tearing up on me down bad because I had to remove the skin and it was a whole fiasco, but we're gonna bring this meal together, and the salmon is not gonna get in my way. I'm gonna let that cook till it's, all the way cooked. Look, y'all, the devil is busy. I'm gonna let that cook till it's all the way cooked throughout, and then come back. All right, y'all, so now everything here is done and cooked, so I'm just gonna transfer this to another bowl. And we're about to start on our sauce. So I'm using the same pot, same ingredients in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and start our sauce. Add a little bit of water, not even that much, y'all. A little bit of water, stretch that out, and put it out the can. This step is optional, but you can also use a different sauce if you like. I'm gonna use the rest of this little sauce because I do want it to be a little tomatoey and not completely white, so I'm gonna use the rest of that sauce as well. I'm gonna let this simmer before I start to season it. And we're gonna let her do her thing. For this thing, I'm gonna throw in some spinach. That spinach wilt down, and then we're gonna add our seasonings. All right, so everything is starting to simmer nicely. I'm gonna taste it. Need salt. Ooh. And then I'm gonna add some garlic powder and onion powder. Mix that back in. Let it simmer down, and then we're gonna go and start assembling. Add some cracked pepper as well. All right, so we're gonna start assembling. One thing that I'm using today is ricotta cheese. So this is what I'm gonna do. I have this here. I'm gonna lay down the ricotta cheese. Take some sauce. I'm gonna drizzle this sauce on top anyways, but I'm gonna take some sauce and try to roll that up in there. I'm taking this and I'm just gonna roll it up as best as I can. And transferring this to this pot. So that's one of them. So this pot is gonna make about 6 of these. So with those, I got into a good rhythm, and now I have a few noodles left, so I'm just gonna put those on top. I'll make sure I roll up one more, and then I'm gonna put the leftovers on top. I'm trying to roll up one more, get rid of this salmon. I'm gonna put ricotta on top of all of them, so that they... And then the sauce, leftover sauce, I'm just gonna pour that all on top. I'm using Kobe Jack cheese, and I'm just going over that just like so, like that. We're gonna go into the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes. Alright, this is how it's looking 25 minutes in. I think it's ready to come out. Guys, what do you think? Ooh-wee. That looks as good as a baked mac and cheese. Also, what I got going on here, so that's done. Also, what I have going on over here is some shishito peppers. All right, y'all. Alright, y'all, this is how the shishito peppers came out, and they are pretty bomb, if I say so myself. I keep eating them. Sweet, a little sour, savory, so good. You would never think you're eating like a pepper. Like, that's like bell pepper's cousin that you're eating right now. I love it. Put some sesame on there for decoration. And then also this, I have not cracked into it yet, but oh, she is so beautiful. Isn't she lovely? All right, y'all. We're getting ready to taste. It is pretty good, y'all. It's different from regular lasagna, but it's still very, very good. I Everything seasoned. The salmon, I taste it. I taste everything. Garlic, very good. Please like this video if you plan on trying this for one of your future dinners. It gets an A+ from me, and good night.